Have you heard of my
folk
rock sex themed band Buggy Tinder?
Nice. Oh man, that one's for you, Ryan.
Also, I would go to a Buggy Tinder concert. That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
I feel like they really put on a show for you. Right?
Yeah, a lot of pyrotechnics.
Like they have good like riffing with each other in between songs.
Yeah. Force wave, bitch.
They talk about like amusing sexual escapades they've had.
Oh shit, is this not working? Fuck. Alright, there we go. Whoa, my team is just like so good right now.
Yeah, beat those cave dogs to death.
That's right. This is BrentQuest, where we just like slaughter wildlife. That's the way of the Jedi, after all. It's okay, they're like infected by the dark side. They don't have rights.
Have you seen any of the Purge movies?
No, I have no inclination to.
How much do you know about them?
I know the general plot and like the concept, obviously. You know, crime is legal, and that they're like really ham-fisted political metaphors.
Do you know what the backstory is for how the Purge initially got ratified?
No.
The country was being racked with violent encounters with homeless people, and the Purge was proposed as basically a legal and formal declaration of war against the homeless.
Right,
like,
yeah.
The middle class and upper class were clamoring for some governmentally validated way to
Whoa, that was loud.
achieve some feeling of revenge and justice against homeless people in general.
Yeah.
So the Purge, the first year it happened, was literally about just like
executing the homeless.
The idea wasn't like all crime is legal.
Yeah.
So everybody just do whatever your id says. But apparently, the first year of the Purge, the idea was literally everyone grab a baseball bat and go out there and find a homeless person and beat them to death.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean...
Which is an interesting... I don't know. I think it's an interesting subtlety on what I thought was a more two-dimensional and shallow horror series.
Well, I mean, it's like... It is... There's a lot of, like, again, political commentary where it's like, don't you know rich people are bad? And it's like, I do, thanks. But I don't know. I have little tolerance for such, like, violent, basically, torture porn.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm still not going to go out and fucking watch any of those movies, but I read an interesting essay on them the other day.
No!
Is that
That's a Tarentatek!
Is that a not Rancor?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, jeez, he's fucking up Brent. Oh, he's fucking up Brent. Jolie, be on heels, yo! Also, maybe Melee Shield or something.
But yeah, torture porn movies can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know.
This guy's got some serious knockback going on.
He does, but Zalbar is blue.
And it doesn't.
It is the
doesn't work on Wookiees. You can knock me on my ass, but I'm not going away.
Yeah. As the new Dragon Ball Z series tells us, blue is the strongest power.
Wait, what?
Okay, so... after a while...
I don't think I know about this.
After, like, years, fucking Dragon Ball, like, Toei Animation, the people who animate Dragon Ball, they were like, we're gonna do a new movie, and it's called Battle of the Gods, and we just need Toriyama, the author of the original Dragon Ball, to just, like, rubber stamp that shit, give his okay, you know, and be whatever. And for whatever reason, even though, like, he'd been cool with them just kind of, like, shitting all over his IP for, like, 10 years... He looked over the script and was like, this is fucking garbage. I'm gonna just rewrite the whole thing. So he rewrote Battle of the Gods, and it's like, actually, a pretty fun movie. It's got like good action and is more like of the old kind of Dragon Ball humor. And then everyone was like, holy shit, this is awesome. So then there was like, they decided to make Dragon Ball Super, which is like the canonical continuation because Dragon Ball GT was really stupid and terrible.
I do that.
Yeah, and in that, like, the whole premise of Battle of the Gods is that, like, the god of destruction shows up on Earth and is like, I'm looking for someone called the Super Saiyan God. Anybody by that name? And everyone's like, no. And fucking Vegeta, who's all, like, super proud and shit, is like, ah! We're all gonna die! And long story short, Goku becomes the Super Saiyan God, and he gets like kind of a red glow to him, and he still loses.
Because I was wondering if it was gonna be like Krillin being like, do you mean Goku?
Yeah. And he still loses to the God of Destruction, Beerus. But like Beerus is like, I won't blow up the Earth. It's okay. We can still just hang out. But then, like, in the sequel, Revival of F, where fucking someone in Frieza's army finally gets the idea to be like, hey, why don't we use those magical wish balls to bring Frieza back to life? And then Frieza gets super, super duper strong and becomes the Golden Frieza.
Magical wish ball.
Yeah. And then going Super Saiyan after unlocking the form of Super Saiyan God turns their hair blue. So that's literally called like Super Saiyan Blue or some shit. Where the fuck is that?
Alright. Apparently I have some Dragon Ball shit to catch up on.
Yeah. It's like decent. I will say the fucking animation is just not good.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Keldroma robes. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
But like, is any Dragon Ball animation ever gonna match up to Gohan going Super Saiyan level 2 for the first time?
No.
Like,
that's just like
is the high point. It was never ever gonna be better. Like, I could see you writing a better story than that.
Yeah.
But it's never gonna look prettier on the screen than that did.
Yeah.
And writing a better story than that's going to be pretty challenging.
Yeah.
Writing a tighter story than that would be easy.
Yes, that's true. Like, you could cut out a lot of fucking.
You clean that
filler.
shit up. I'm excited for Dragon Ball Z Abridged to get to that.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really good time. I think that's going to be one of those moments where like Dragon Ball Z Abridged is just legitimately a better version of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I mean, like I saw a video from like some Comic-Con where like the voices of the dub of Dragon Ball Z, like I think it was Chris Sabat who voices like Vegeta and Piccolo and a shit ton of other characters. He was like talking to a panel, and fucking Takahata 101 who voices like Cell and Nappa and shit in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He was like, so you guys are like doing Dragon Ball Kai, which is like a sort of cut down, some might say abridged version of Dragon Ball Z with like an all new dub. And Chris Sabat was like, yeah. And Takahata was like, beat you to the punch by about 2 years, buddy. It was like, it was all in good fun.
One might say abridged.
Yeah.
And I'm usually all for unabridged stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I love the full version of Hamlet, even though it's just inappropriately long for a play. It's not okay how long it is. But I still love it. But, like, Dragon Ball Z is just too much.
Well, the problem is that, like, the unabridged version of Dragon Ball Z is the manga. Like, there's no two ways about that.
Okay.
Wait, I killed a Torrent-Tech, right? Didn't I just kill that thing? Right? Wasn't that what I fucking... That's it. Unfinished business.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Oh, I forgot to get the fucking... Goddamn. Forgot to get the spice on the Ebon Hawk. There's spice in there. Spice must flow. Alright, I'm totally... Alright, I'm gonna double check, make sure that there's no other creatures in this fucking cave.
They need the whole fucking cave to be cleared before
Yeah.
they can be comfortable enough to leave.
Babies. They don't even have a lightsaber.
What's it? Don't we have like a bazillion extra
We
lightsabers?
do.
Can
We could just like
throw lightsabers at them and tell them to figure it out?
Yeah, we could just be like, hey, here, check it out.
What were you saying?
What was I saying? But Dragon Ball Z is like, this happens with a lot of long-running anime, especially like Battle Shonen, where it's like, the manga only comes out like once a week usually, and the anime also comes out once a week, but because it's animated, it's much faster in terms of pacing. So to compensate, they have to introduce fillers, and like, there are different strategies for this, where like, Naruto and Bleach and stuff will just like have random ass filler arcs where they'll like do, explore backstories of minor characters or introduce non-canon one-off characters. And sometimes Dragon Ball did this, but for the most part, Dragon Ball's solution to don't have any more material is to stretch out the existing material until it is unwatchable. That's why the Frieza battle, after the point that Frieza says there are 5 minutes left until this planet explodes, takes like 30 episodes. It's clear.
I think I may have already mentioned on the channel that the DBZ stretchy moment that pissed me off the most was the episode that ends with Cell starting to transform into his perfect form. Then the next episode was literally 22 minutes of Cell screaming and reaction shots.
Yeah.
And then the start of the episode after that.
Yeah.
Cell completed his transformation into perfect Cell.
It's literally like...
I was so fucking mad.
And, this is because Toei Animation, they're a bunch of cheap pieces of shit, so they like save as much budget as they can. So, drawing a bunch of reaction shots and like animating a guy vibrating and yelling is like really cheap compared to actually animating the fight. It's frustrating, and that's why they were able to make Dragon Ball Kai so successful, because it's just like all that bullshit is gone.